Obama.
Welcome to the return.
Save the Obama voice for about a minute in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Destiny of Gods. We are back from our hiatus for a new episode. So welcome. As always, what?
What stupid button on my mouse?
Okay. As always, we're gonna take a few to send our links out, tell our friends, and let people know that we are live. And we hope that you all come in. Hello, Sai. Happy to see you here. We're going to be taking a few to send out our stuff, and we hope that you will join us and be patient for our brand new episode. How is everyone doing?
It's been a minute. That means I can do the Obama voice,
yes,
right?
Yes, it
is. Yep. All right. Good lord.
Hello, viewers. I love you.
DoGsCast returns. I got to do some retweeting. And
Share.
Hello, Quartz. Welcome back, DoGsCast. Thank you, Sai. Thank you.
Thank you,
Quartz. Hello, Quartz. Hold up. Sai. Share. How we doing?
Oh god.
Hello, Azriel. How are you?
Suffering.
We're back. Jared's doing.
Is Alfie offline? No, Alfie's just not sending it.
It's okay.
Thanks, Alfie.
Who's Alfie?
That's okay.
Alfie's the alphabet soup bot in the Pride.
Yeah. That's okay. We're gonna send it other places. How you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks. We hope you missed us because we missed you guys. You guys have been lovely and very supportive while we've been on hiatus. Y'all don't understand. I'm insanely hyped. That's awesome. We're very glad to hear that. We hope that you will enjoy this episode. Got some stuff to do. Is that music playing for me? Yes. Yes. Bye, Lucio.
Do you guys like our intro screen?
Yes. I hope you guys had a good break. We did. We took a break because it was needed. We don't want to get burnt out. I know that you guys don't like it when we're not doing DoGsCast, but we just needed to do it to take care of ourselves, and I think we're feeling a bit more refreshed and ready to do these episodes for you guys, and happy to be here, and yeah. It was a very good break. Almost all of us are fully vaccinated now, and I finished my semester at school, so I have more free time, and we've been working on stuff during the break that, some of it's done, some of it's not. Hello, Nick. I love you. The
we
Nick
love
love
Nick.
is because we love you.
Because it's Nick.
I need to send this link out. In the meantime, Jared, do you want to show off what we made?
Sorry, I just gotta be Lucio for a second. Lucio always has to close his throat and clear his throat, and apparently that's my turn today.
Wait, I muted myself when I did it.
How you doing? I figured
I'm being
bring up the
sexy.
store, but that's okay.
Oh, I can't show this action. I can't show
you have
that
to.
screen.
You can't show that. As most of you guys know, there's a sale on our merch store to welcome us back, but also there's new merch. You can pick up.
We got Little Man for $16. Little Man is not on sale.
But still, Little Man. There's new tank tops that feature.
Got Thunder Pop. We got Sunshine Pop. We got Moonbeam Pop. We got Crystal Pop. We got Dark Side Pop. We got Dietary Iron Pop. We got Vulcan Pop. We got Seafoam Pop. I like Seafoam Pop. And then we've got No Small Heroes, which I love. Baird iPhone. There is only 2. The Baird iPhone 11 for $18.
Do you want me to buy that?
Yes.
Like. And then we also put up the hoodie designs as t-shirts as well that are $12 each. We know that it's no longer getting to be hoodie season, which is upsetting. But you can get them as t-shirts. Hello?
Brandon waiting with a party of 7.
Hello!
Oh,
Thank you for the
hi.
raid! Thank you, Brandon. How are
Thank
you?
you.
Welcome to DoGsCast. We are just
Thank
getting
you.
started.
That played through the speaker for some reason.
Yeah, it did.
Welcome to DoGsCast
Hi,
for
Pop.
those of you who are just entering DoGsCast. We're showing off the new merch that we released today. Thank you, Sai. Bared iPhone 11. As I just said, Seafoam Pop, Vulcan Pop, Dietary Iron Pop, Darkside Pop, Crystal Pop, Moonbeam Pop, Sunshine Pop, Thunder Pop, Little Man's been up here for a while.
But little man.
Little man always valid.
Hell
We got
yeah.
Iron Man, Iron Will
Iron Man!
t-shirt. We got Moon's Blessing t-shirt, Stormcaller t-shirt, Sunshine t-shirt, God Sent t-shirt, Scion of the Deep t-shirt, Crystal
Contortionist.
Yes.
Vulcan's Child t-shirt. Please, I want Bared iPhone 11 and Seafoam Pop, but I'm so broke. Nick's about to act up. We got They Marketed Bared for $12. We got Bared Coin for $13. The poster is not on sale. I didn't put it on sale.
That's okay.
Got the Coat of Arms hoodie, which nobody owns yet.
That's more expensive than the rest of them, though.
Give subs!
Gift subs! Thank you, Rocky83.
Thank
Congratulations
you for the
to
gifted!
Your Cryptid Eldrin, Rushdown, Indigo Chameleon, Storyteller Vanitas, and Baxter731.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Epic Pog. Sunshine.
Walk. Bug.
Don't show that! Nick just put our merch link in the chat. If anyone wants to pick up merch, you are welcome to. It'll be on sale for a bit.
I thought I showed off the Onyx hoodie by accident.
That's okay.
God Sent hoodie, Iron Will hoodie, which you can get in a nice Irish green.
I got CC Tank in black or
That's
gray.
that's worse. That's worse.
That's so bad.
That's really bad on the eyes. Don't do that. Unless you want to wear it at night and not get hit by traffic.
God,
Is
I
300 to
should
spin the wheel?
change into my gem
Yeah,
sweatshirt.
we had to up the price because, well, some shit happened. So, it's 300 to spin the wheel now. But if you have, wheel spins from before, you are grandfathered in, so to speak. So if you already have wheel spins, you're good. You have them. You can use them whenever you want.
The bright red gem.
I
Found
hate
the
the
mint
bright
candy
red.
in my bra.
But yeah,
Just off
new merch,
topic.
old merch,
That's experience.
get it if you want.
On my way to buy Red Bared hoodie. It's me. I'm shit. The.
Hello, Ven. Welcome. Welcome to DoGsCast. We're back. Do we want to do our introductions? I don't think we have any other announcements. Other than that, we're back. Thank God I have 6 spins left. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, I picked up some of the tank tops. I picked up the little dude shirt today. I'm very excited.
For some reason, I could only make the Bared phone case in iPhone 11.
Wow.
I have
Okay.
a Samsung. I don't think I can get any of the phone cases.
I mean, I could make a Samsung one specifically.
Don't tempt me.
All I would have to do is open it right now.
The
The Virgin everyone else's spins versus the Chad Tyler's 100 spins.
Yeah. Tyler, you're in call.
I'm
Hello?
expecting
I
Tyler
know,
to type.
my throat just hurts right now, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
drinking a lot of water.
I was expecting you to type "I know" in the chat.
No, I've just been coughing a lot right now, so I'm just drinking a bunch of water so it doesn't happen throughout the rest of the session.
Alright, take care of yourself. But do we want to do our
intro.
our intros?
Yeah.
Jer, you start this, by the way.
Why only iPhone 11? I don't know. It won't let me choose. I mean, it lets me choose the other ones, but only lets me do one at a time. So I have to make a separate listing for every single other phone.
Oh, that sucks.
Are y'all not selling the mouse pad anymore?
We should.
Hold on.
No, you took it off.
Oh.
Guess so.
Hold on. Hold on.
If there's any, like...
Handle this later. It was just something I noticed while I was filling my cart.
If there
What if I publish this for 2 seconds?
if you guys have, like, specific, like, things you might want to see, the merch store can only do so much, but if you guys want, like, specific, phone cases seem to be what people want. If you guys want specific phone cases, or anything, you can put them in our Discord. You can make a little channel for it, or you can just put them in general, and we can have, or the suggestions channel. If you guys have any, like, merch suggestions, and we can tell you if,
Pop sockets? I don't know if they do pop sockets.
I don't think they
No.
do. I know they do the phone cases, the shirts and apparel and stuff. Hold on. What?
Norda boy.
Hi. So, hi. My name is Pneumo Mono Ultra Microscopic Silico Volcanoconiosis. And my pronouns are they, them. I almost said Jer Gem.
Okay. But this is actually Jer, which is also that name now. My name is Jasper. I use he, him pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Baird Stormcaller and Callisto Polaris.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. Today I'm gonna be playing Genevieve Amberstone and CC Barnes.
You're also gonna be disappearing from call, apparently.
Lynn, are you, like, incredibly close to your mic?
I was for that line, I'm sorry.
Okay, because there was a bit of reverb on that.
Lynn, are you currently incredibly homophobic?
I'm really glad the game just upped that.
Alright, Lucio, go.
My name's Lucio. I use he, they pronouns, and I will be playing Torla Salong.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I use he, him pronouns. And tonight I'm going to be playing Wood Taiji and Scrungus.
Yes. Alright.
Did you know there are dogs?
Do you know there are dogs?
You know there are dogs. So we had our merch drop, but there's also another little thing in the works.
We can say it.
Yeah. We're putting together a scripted recap of the first 29 episodes. That's the story so far. It's not ready yet. It should be ready next week. So look forward to that at the top of next session. We will have a completely scripted recap of the story so far, excluding tonight's session.
It is a 14 minute video.
Is it?
Roughly.
I guess.
There's 14 paragraphs, and each one clocks in about 45 seconds to a minute.
Probably. Yeah. So, you'll have a whole scripted video accompanied with art and music that tells you the story so far that we'll be putting at the top of next session and also uploading to YouTube individually. So if you need to look at that video for anything, things you might have missed, you don't want to go back and rewatch it, you can watch that video and it'll tell you everything you need to know. It's just not ready tonight, and that's fine. It is being edited by Scott, who is, can I say this, Lynn?
Everybody
Yeah,
clap.
Yeah.
The Mr. Baritone Blur.
Lynn's boyfriend is editing it for us, so thank you to him for doing that for us. That should be ready by next session.
So I also created 2 trailers for people.
Yes!
Cried. I saw the first one and I bawled my eyes out.
The support lately has been incredible, so thank you, Sai, for doing those. little trailers for us out of the goodness of your heart, just because he wanted to. So thank you, Sai. We love you. They were incredibly kind, and they made us, like, very emotional. So.
We will eventually get the follow-up to Atlas's speech in Grim Hunter Civil War! The Nut and Dogs cast.
But with that, do we want to recap last session real quick?
Yeah, one sec.
Okay.
Pressing a button.
Here we go. Here we go. Here comes Fruit Twitter. Oh! What was that?
Homosexual bought Crystal Pop and 2 other merch.
Oh, nice.
Ara.
Ada.
Ada.
Thank you.
It was me. Okay. So last episode on DoGsCast, half of the party was about to be, hung at the gallows, which is kind of awful, and we were like, hey, we don't want that to happen, so the other half of the party was like, okay, cool, we're gonna make a plan, and they made a plan, and then they executed it, but then the plan didn't exactly go the way it was intended, and there was a lot of fire, and a big fight scene, and a lot of stuff happened. Atlas's partner, Palace, her died.
What a gentle way to put it.
Too soon?
No, it's just...
Her died.
Her died.
Her died.
He died in a very big emotional scene. And afterwards, Belladonna was killed in revenge. The party spoke with Atlas, who was like, hey, I'm gonna make the Venom race not a bunch of bag of dicks again. You do you, boo, and we were like, yeah, you do you, boo, and we parted ways and are now going to be heading to Kalesi. Revive Lucio.
No.
And that is where we pick off, with the boat leaving.
I'm not in roll 20.
Oh.
Can you tell we haven't done this in a bit?
Can you tell I'm a homosexual?
Alright. And we're back.
Uh-oh, here comes Fruit Twitter down your steps or something.
Here comes through Twitter.
Alright.
Alright. A week passes, everybody travels along on the boat. Spirits are a little light. Things are looking a little bit up. Raz has not been seen for about a week because he's been inside of his cabin just studying. There's not a trigger warning today. Tailonsta has oddly not come out of their room in the past week or so, and seems to be responding very infrequently to anybody who tries to enter. But after about a week of moving on, eventually Raz breaks out of his room. I now know where we must go. What?
I feel like people are just on the boat doing stuff, and the Raz just like slams his door open, and Jem just fucking screams.
I've
Just like,
connected the dots!
I have connected the dots.
You haven't connected shit!
I have connected them.
what dots? Why is Jem the only person with HP on this map?
I'm just looking at a picture of, sorry, I was looking at a picture that Gilly sent. And there's a little cat, and then there's the little Callisto in the background on another computer screen.
Thank you.
I've connected the dots.
Oh, you haven't connected shit.
I guess physically I've not connected anything. It's more of a mental acumen.
Words, man.
Acumen is not the right word either.
Why?
Well, what have you connected?
I know where I must go to find more information about my divine weapon to finish what was left for me to do.
Where would that be?
Kalesi.
don't know where that is.
I need to access my family's library there. The Caldwells have an extensive library left on Kalesi. And
Oh, I know where that is. I haven't been, but I know where it is.
That's where Cece and I were supposed to go all that time ago, remember?
Mm-hmm.
We never ended up going just because we got carried away, but...
With a certain chucklefuck who may or may not be talking to us right now. She
Well-
gives like a cheeky smile.
We're finally gonna get to go?
yes, it's finally time to head there. It should be a fortuitous trip. There will be plenty of opportunity for you all to have some fun time. Except Xavier, who I'm going to ask Ryland to keep on the ship, because I do not trust him around heirlooms.
Right. I don't blame you there, ass.
What? Do you have a problem with me? No, you steal things. You have the problem.
I could keep him in check.
Nah, he's right, I'd steal stuff.
Oh. Oh. Fine.
I just feel it in my bones, man. I just see a thing, and it's shiny, and I'm like, gotta have it.
What if I just keep your hands off of things? Then you can go.
Do you know how many times I've stolen things while you were looking at me? The number is a lot, and I don't know how to count that high.
Yeah, the party idiot can be replaced by me instead, and Baird, like, does a little twirl.
If you need someone to keep you company, I wouldn't mind spending some more time with you, Torleth. Even though we were, you know, in a bit of an awkward situation, I didn't mind performing with you. It was honestly rather fun.
I don't mind hanging out with you either, Torleth. We can, there's all kinds of temples and stuff in Kalesi. We can go to them together, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Baird is dancing. He's
Thank you,
just like,
Baird.
look what I'm grooving.
Then, shall we embark?
Do you think Big Cat's gonna go?
Big Cat has not come out of their room in... How long was I in mine?
About a week?
Congrats on counting. You've been learning.
I have been.
See, the books are paying off.
I don't...
And the flashcards.
Yeah. No, but I haven't heard from Big Cat in a while. I'm kind of worried. But I don't want to bother them either, you know?
I'm sure they're gonna be okay. Going to be okay.
I could kick their door down.
No, I...
Best not to cause an incident.
Yeah. They might be prickly or something.
Just an
good
offer.
word.
Are we almost there?
Well, no, this will take another couple days of us standing here,
Ah, fiddle.
quietly sitting. Oh my god!
We sat here quietly sitting for a few
Oh, wait.
days.
Oh wait, stream can see it, but the players can't.
Oh my god, we're here.
Oh my god.
That was one of the stupidest bits I've done on the show. Da-da-da-da-da-da!
Oh, where the hell? Hold up. Alright. Kalesi big.
Kalesi slapping.
Kalesi?
Doing
I see.
numbers.
Can you shift and click? It'll move us all to where you're looking. Oh wait, I think I found it.
Oh, I also did not give everybody
found it.
control because I forgot that was a thing I have to do. Give me 2 seconds.
On Mississippi.
Alright, you're a Jasper main.
2 Mississippi.
Leave a like if you main Baird.
leaves alike.
Imagine remaining bared in this meta.
Speaking of Tyler,
I mean, you gotta the Scrungus though.
The strongest meta is pretty good.
Strongest meta. Have you seen his kit?
Baird for Smash. Baird for the Cavian Cycle mega fighting game.
yeah.
DoGsCast fighting game? No, Cavian Cycle fighting game. So much more. Many bigger.
Many bigger.
With brick.
Maybe a spin-off with all the boat kids.
No, they're DLC.
Mm.
Good lord.
Don't release a whole new game. We release it as free DLC.
Multi-tiered DLC.
Alright,
Get DLC based on how long you've been subbed.
Sprite designers, 2-gear computers. Alright, now everybody has access.
Jumps in the water.
Goodbye.
Bye, Baird. Where to
Hi,
stop?
Viscus.
All right.
Welcome to the religious capital of the world, Kalesi.
Callisto's like immediately like, good lord. I was just saying good lord at how big it was. Where'd it go?
PC is also immediately like, good lord, but in the way you made it sound.
Slash neg.
Oh.
Slash negative.
Oh.
What?
Open Gunman
Oh.
style.
Oh, don't.
We saw that Glee episode today. Don't even talk about it. Who's first?
First for what?
Exploring.
Well, what
Raz
does the
is-
city look like?
We don't
Zoom
know
out.
shit.
Describe Describe it. Use your words.
I will describe it when you say where you want to go.
What
We
are
don't
we?
have eagle
What, the
vision.
direct area we're in. What does it look like?
Okay.
We don't have eagle vision.
Don't have eagle vision? Well, maybe you should get it. You step off the boat
Docks look like.
and you see the first area in front of you. It's kind of not pavement, but it is rocky and cobbled over in this area. And there is a large, out of character, it is stylized like the Roman Pantheon buildings and the Greek Parthenon, with the large columns, the marble, except there are sections that are made out of purple marble. You've never seen it before, so you're not sure where they got it, but it's pretty. It's pretty. Looks very nice.
Did Raz already leave?
Yeah,
Okay.
Raz knew where he was going.
Okay. Because Callisto was gonna ask him a question.
Oh, I guess we're just
Hi.
free reign, huh?
Place we've never been. Great job, Rasmusus.
Well, this is Kalesi. Does anybody know anything about the city structure?
I've only seen it in books. From what I've read and seen, the city is divided up into 5 sections. One for each section of the Pantheon. For every element in the Pantheon. So there should be a spirit, a fire, an earth, a water, and a wind section. I know Torleth and I are interested in seeing the fire temples, so
Yeah.
maybe we could head
Guess
there.
I guess I'll go to the spirit one, but I don't really want to go alone. This stuff doesn't really interest me.
I'm willing to go with you to the spirit temple.
I'll tag along.
I'm guessing that this is probably the spirit section. You know, the purple for Paulson and all that.
Oh yeah, him. That makes sense.
I mean, it's right in front of us. We might as well, go to this one first, yeah?
Yeah,
If
sounds
he-
good to me.
If people want to. No one has to come with us.
Scrungus pushes through the crowd. Me know where me going. Enough talk.
Wait, where are you going?
You've been here?
Scrungus trudges off without a word.
I'll make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
I'll follow with.
Baird, like, kind of gives them a look as they go. I guess Callisto will follow as well. Baird
Thought
is...
Callisto and Cece were gonna go to the spirit temple.
Yeah, they can go there. Okay. Baird is gonna lean over to Wood. So there should be a water temple in this place, right?
Lest my senses deceive me, there surely must be.
Yo, why don't you and I head there together, huh?
All right.
Hell yeah, let's go. I don't know where I'm going, but follow me.
Representative from each group. Roll initiative.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
This isn't a fight. It's just to see who gets to talk first.
I know, but I don't have my fucking dice out.
Oh.
I got new dice in Vermont.
Whose fault is that?
I will represent.
Be Scrungus anyways as the group representative, as he went first.
Yeah.
Um.
Scrungus, Baird, and Cece.
Okay.
I'll roll
I'm
for
pulling out my new USA dice that I got in Vermont because they're really pretty.
All right, I will roll in
Ooh.
just a second.
Landed on my mouse pad.
Baird got a 20, not natural. Yeah, 20.
I got a 14, and Cece has a +4 now, so that would be an 18.
Hold on, the map is so big. The house is so big, and I'm a small.
Yeah, Scrungus will be going last.
Okay.
Jasper, don't you dare reference that song if you'll start crying.
Sorry.
Oh, I was about to teleport you both.
Let's fell in the pool.
Baird's already almost there. Hold up. This place is so big.
You all follow each other for a while.
Except.
Except, well, actually, you do have to go around because the entrance is on the other
Can
side.
Okay. I will move them. Just teleport them.
Alright. Entering into the center of the city, you see that it's much more than just the large marble structure from the Spirit Temple. Over in this area, from us looking top down, it's to the right. There are not small, but smaller obsidian temples floating within just a field of lava. It is frequently sputtering out plumes of it and dropping down new bits of rock back into it that melts back down and becomes more lava. For the water, you see a very quaint little, just looks like a fishing wharf, with a larger wooden cabin on top of it. And then you can see that under it, it goes down into, sort of a controlled barracks, from what you guess. You can kind of tell that about this section of the lava field. Down in the earth, you see an arena sort of setup, similar to Valdor, built almost like a castle. And from what you can see into their courtyard, there are large, just spires of crystal moving throughout the whole courtyard. And then over in the section for wind, which is the leftmost from top down, there's a giant windmill standing at the center of it, surrounded by what looks to be a log cabin, with larger scout towers, which people are actively using to train birds and other creatures. Anybody want to roll perception for that one?
I saw Cece roll 'cause she's got a decent perception.
That is a 24.
Oh, you got it.
Toraleth, you're looking over there and you're watching it, and you realize there is a flying fish that somebody is training.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like it's breathing air?
It's breathing air,
God
and it is
damn.
flying as if it were a bird.
Yeesh.
Hmm. Interesting.
First up.
Hold on, I have a question about. Did we talk about the
Oh,
thing
yes,
in the middle?
we have not talked about the thing in the middle. Centered in the middle is something that looks very, familiar to Toraleth. Wood, gem, and Callisto. This looks like a Terraka, what the Tridrons use to communicate with each other, except it is very dimly lit right now.
It's
And it is set up somewhat different. It doesn't seem to be reflecting any other areas like you would see in the Terraka, which would cycle through the area around it. This seems to just be a dull white that changes to a dull pink, blue, purple, and back again.
Hmm.
oh, it's one of those Terra.
Terracotta.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you would have seen them before. We saw one of these in the Tridron coterie.
Yeah. There's one in each coterie. But this one seems broken?
How could the one in Kalesi be broken? Shouldn't it be, the most lively one?
Seems the most dull one.
It's because it's not broken. Or it's not a Terraka. Hi. And you turn around.
Hello?
My name's Simica. I'm the High Priestess of the Ignean Elemental. This is how we would communicate with the Ogdren Vi. However, it's not worked in the past. 1,500 years?
Oh.
What's the Ogdren Vi?
The Ogdren Vi is the God House. That's where they live. They retreated there after the God War. Finding that they were not fit to meddle in mortal affairs, they went into hiding there, and our connection with them was severed.
What power! To commune with the gods themselves!
We used to
Cece kind
use it
of-
quite frequently.
And it just kind of stopped working?
Well, as I said, when they returned there, they shut the doors.
Right.
We have not been able to actively commune with them since.
Cece mutters under her breath. Sounds like a bunch of cowards, if you ask me. Not like loud enough to be heard, but just sort of like,
Yeah.
Does it serve any other purpose now, or is it just kind of here?
It looks very pretty at night.
Hmm.
That's about the purpose it serves right now. Also, she is standing on lava.
Good for her.
Are your feet okay?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh. I'm standing on lava, yes. This is how I've learned to travel across here. I got bored of constantly trying to jump across the obsidian stepping stones, and I figured I'd learn how to walk across the lava instead.
What a nice ability.
It's extremely impressive.
I bet Toraleth could do that.
No.
Maybe someday.
Maybe
Someday.
not now, but I think you'll have it in your future. And just kind of gives you a gentle smile.
anxious grin.
Well, thanks for the information. We'll definitely, I want to at least stop by the fire temple at some point, but I also want to, and he kind of gestures over to the spirit temple. I want to check out here as well.
Oh yes, come back whenever you want.
Thank
I'll
you.
be in here. And she just starts walking away on the lava.
Good for her.
Wood leans over to Baird. That is so cool!
This is better than I thought.
Who dares me to poke the lava?
Don't.
Me!
No.
I'm getting ready to do it.
No.
If I just poke it really quickly, maybe it won't burn me. Her feet looked fine.
But she's trained to do that, and the second you touch it, your hand will be on fire.
What if I do it really quickly? It can't be that fast.
I'm
It's
going to
that
leave.
fast.
I'm going to leave this situation before anything bad happens, so I am not responsible. Let's go.
Let's know we're hanging out.
No, that's Bear.
Well, oh, that was Baird. I thought that was Callisto.
Callisto
She's like,
will probably pull on
debating
your
it.
arm a bit and be like, I don't know about that.
doesn't it look kind of tasty? Is that just me?
It's just you.
I've been hanging out with Onyx too much, and she like stands up.
Onyx appears and starts scooping lava.
Oh my god, no.
got a friggin' ice cream scoop. Just kidding. To Baird and Wood.
Alright.
You start your walk down the docks along the wharf over to the central building, and with every step there's a nice gentle creak. It's very familiar to you, Wood. It's a bit nostalgic.
Wood strikes a pose facing away from Baird. But Baird, you can probably hear that like he's sniffling a little bit.
Bear, like, as he's walking, he's, like, kind of dipping his, like, hand down into the water and just kind of, like, brushing, the top of the water with his hand, and then he kind of comes up and looks over. You doing alright, buddy?
What? Of course I'm doing alright. I'm just reminded with a familiar sense of a far-bound land I once called home.
It's really beautiful here, man.
Yes, truly. I feel at peace here.
You think there's anyone we can talk to?
I hope so.
Bear just gonna... Is this a building?
That is a building.
Okay. What's the... What does this building... Do you want me to roll?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna talk you into it. It's got a nice wooden door, just gently on the handles, and it swings with a little creak, reminiscent of the boat. And you step inside to see two statues. Well, there would be three. However, one is a bit worn, a bit burnt, a bit crumbled. Age has not treated it well. However, the other two statues, there is one of a brilliant-looking sailor, whose hair flows in the wind and jacket flies along with him. And then another, a stout and powerful pitbull reminiscent statue.
It's kind of ironic. They kind of look like us, don't they?
Yes. And Wood kind of covers his hand with his face for a moment and just kind of mumbles, oddly so. Wood's gonna go over and examine the statue for a moment.
Baird puts like a firm hand on the base of the pitbull statue, and he's just nodding to himself with a very clear grin on his face. And he kind of adjusts the bracers that he has on and keeps nodding and looking up at it.
The resemblance is uncanny. No, more than that. It's nearly identical. This is impossible. But yet, perhaps this is a matter of birthright, a sacred revelation. But I've traced my family's heritage back nearly some 1,000-odd years, and never before have I seen one who is so reminiscent of myself.
Would you like to roll investigation?
Yeah, might as well. Hold on just a moment. Okay, investigation is intelligence, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm terribly sorry. I was trying to remember whether or not that was intelligence or wisdom. That's a 13.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Yuri.
Hello, welcome. What'd you get, Tyler?
Welcome.
13. You're investigating it, and after about 4 minutes of just walking around the statue in awe, you notice there's a small golden placard on it. The first word or so is kind of scratched out, but the last word you can vaguely make out reads Taijin.
Taijin? That can't be right. This was truly a sacred ancestor of mine own. It would be Taiji.
Language
Maybe it's
changed
a-
over time, dude.
Maybe it's a misspelling, or maybe I'm... And he steps back for a second. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this.
It's probably just an ancient language change, dude. Perhaps from a different continent that just spelled it differently.
Right. Maybe I can... Wood kind of breathes in deeply and places his hand over the golden placard. Maybe I can predict... I've got nothing. Well, O mysterious sailor, he who is known as Taijin. Mayhaps our paths will cross again one day.
Probably.
And when they do, I shall know the hidden depths that lie within your sacred truth. Until that day, Wood kind of just trails off and starts walking away.
Baird has kind of been going back and forth between Wood and the statue of the pit bull. And he's just looking up at it. I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I know exactly who this is.
You find the
Surely-
placard. Oh,
No.
find the placard and you see that it just reads, "The hero lost to time, the first of the wielders, when time came not to be found."
I will say, just like out of character, the noticeable difference between Baird and the statue is mainly that the pit bull's ears on the statue are cropped. They are short. It looked like there had been scarring in them, so the statue doesn't have the floppy ears that Baird has. That's the big noticeable difference between the two of them. Baird kind of turns to Wood and shows his bracers and kind of points at the statue. These are the same ones, dude.
One and the same, you say?
Remember Grouse over at the circus?
Yes, yes. And what of it?
I got these from him. These belong to Lux.
The very same sacred ancestor you speak...
Should be.
Well, that makes for a compelling backstory.
Wow, I've looked up to Lux for years now, since I was like 10. I've never actually noticed that he would look like me too. He always just kind of appeared in my head as like this silhouette of some dude, but I never actually realized that he's like me, man.
Well, I suppose it only makes sense. As your sacred ancestor, you must bear some resemblance to his visage.
I guess so. I just didn't realize it.
Well, I'm happy that you found some form of closure, in that your bracers have a ancestral link to this sacred relic.
Baird comes over to Wood and like puts like his like meaty grip on Wood's shoulders. Even if you don't know who your ancestor is, you can still make them proud.
Of course. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. Not only that, I can't even get a sacred vision of the future. Normally those things come naturally to me. Just who are you, Taijin?
It might just need some time.
Right.
You know?
Time.
Yeah, sometimes things come at the right time. Maybe now just isn't the right time. And you just gotta be patient.
Yeah, you're right, Baird. I'll look more into this when we get back to the boat.
And if you need me for anything, I'm here for you, man. I'm always willing to listen to your big, grand backstory and your future sight and all that stuff.
Wood kind of chuckles as he's starting to head towards probably the entranceway. Thanks, Baird.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Is there anything else in this room, or is it just the statues?
It's statues, there's books, decorations, a couple paintings along the walls depicting different points of history. There's also fishing equipment and stuff like that. Tridents. It looks like they have a lot of things just in here. It looks like their library, their armory, their quartermaster's area. Very busy common area.
Hey, Wood, maybe there's something in one of those books over there or something.
Of course! How could I have not thought of it before? And Wood probably rushes over to wherever the bookcase are and just kind of just starts rummaging through.
Friend.
As you are rummaging through, you hear from behind you.
Oh! Hey! You.
Oh, my apologies. I wasn't aware that another visitor had appeared in the midst of mine own heroic research.
Well, I'm not a visitor.
Hi!
I'm Whisper of the High Priest.
Hello!
A high priest, you say?
Yep.
Surely you'll be able to help me.
Yeah. I know
Sorry.
a lot.
I really like this character's voice.
My knowledge knows no bounds.
One who possesses limitless knowledge? Perfect. Your arrival is surely preordained by the gods themselves. You see, the statue over here, the one whose placard reads Taijin.
Yep.
Have you any knowledge on this sacred hero?
Yep.
You must tell me of them.
This is exactly what he'd sound like, too.
Well, Taijin, he was one of the first wielders.
Yes.
Back in the Second Grand Demon War, is what history says. Although we don't know what the first one was. A bit of a mystery.
The Demon War, huh?
Oh yeah.
Super fitting for a Taiji.
It's when the demons got released from their temples where they were being kept. by Rex and Xenopol, the demon of life and the demon of beasts. They released the rest of them and then went to war against the gods. The gods were a little outmatched, so they created the weapons. They gave one to Taijin and to other wielders.
That's Lux. That's Lux Stormcaller.
Well, Lux wasn't actually in the Second Grand Demon War.
Well, yeah,
Our history
but...
of Lux tracks out. Wait. Lux? Where did you get that name?
My family.
And just grabs your ears
Oh,
and
God.
just starts observing them.
We thought the Stormcallers all died out
No.
after what happened on the Lightning Plains.
Me and my brother got out.
How old are you then?
20.
Oh, that happened longer. You must be children of them.
Probably. I didn't know my parents, but I do know Lux.
Most of them got put into labor.
I'm here. But this isn't about me. This is my best friend. This is about my best friend.
Yes. This is Taijin.
And Taijin was a weapon wielder, you say?
Yes,
Fascinating.
the first one to wield.
Yeah, Whisper, what do you wield? Take your time, bud. I can see in your eyes that there's a reflection of you logging into Google and trying to pull up the document that has them on it. I see you.
Can you believe I accidentally forgot one of my weapons? It's because
fine,
this
sir.
the
It's
name
fine.
for this one has changed so much.
It has, so this is okay. Take your time.
I don't want to say the wrong name. I'm willing to embarrass myself to not say the wrong name.
In the meantime, fun fact about Whisper. Whisper is actually a former pet of mine. Whisper was an axolotl that I owned who passed away a couple months ago. And I wanted to keep him alive and put his legacy in the Cavian cycle, so I made him into a priest. This is my axolotl Whisper. I had him for about 2 years until he passed away unexpectedly, but I wanted to keep him alive here, and I thought it would be good to put him as a priest in the water temple.
Taijin was the first to wield paramecium. They say it was a polearm with an interchangeable top. It depended on what Taijin needed at the moment, and then it would turn into that. Like a spear, a sword, a whip, a sandwich.
A rock.
What legendary weaponry! Truly worthy of an armory of gods themselves! Paramecium, what a glorious weapon!
That is
With
a
an
cool
even
name.
cooler name! Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Whisper, but if... And he bows at the waist. If there's any way that you would be able to pinpoint me towards, say, an ancient history book, or a manuscript of some sort, in regards to Taijin's place in history, it would be much appreciated.
I have a secret.
A secret, you say?
I'll be right back.
And Whisper just trots off like a quagsire.
Oh my fucking god.
And there's about 5 minutes of silence, and then you hear the pattering again. And Whisper comes back soaking wet with a journal that is miraculously dry.
This was Taijin's.
Holy moly, dude.
I've kept it secret. If you keep it a secret, I'll let you borrow it.
You would allow me access to a sacred grimoire? From a legendary hero, no less?
To be fair, not many people like to read these or ask for these. Everybody kind of just looks at the books over here. We kind of just like to fish. So hearing somebody want to talk about a book, that's cool in my book. Get it?
1,000 thank yous, O sacred guardian of the text. I shall, and with trembling hands, would slowly slides the journal out of Whisper's hands. I shall guard it with mine own life.
Well, you don't gotta use your life. I just would prefer you bring it back.
Oh, of course. If you excuse me, I'd like to get a bit of head start.
Have fun.
Wood kind of rushes out the door and heads over towards the docks. Just sits down and starts reading.
Good kid.
Thank you. You made him really happy.
You were doing that too.
Huh?
You were doing that too.
What do you mean?
You know.
And just walks off and just belly flops into the water and Meowth floating on the water emoji.
Are they, you know.
Baird is just gonna shake his head and go out to the dock. Probably is also probably gonna like sit by Wood and just kind of hang his feet over the dock. You just kind of sit with him.
Oh, Baird, if you could do me one favor. I'm terribly sorry. I don't wish to lose my place in Taijin's journal.
No,
if you
yeah.
could reach around towards the back end of my belt. If you could carefully remove the manuscript of justice and open it to a fresh page. I'd like to keep notes.
Yeah, for sure. And he reaches around and takes out the notebook and hands it to Wood. He just kind of sits next to him again. You won't even know I'm here.
Mayhaps I'll read it to you.
If you want. I wouldn't want to intrude on your business, you know?
Nonsense. You shared with me the history of your ancestors. And, well, mayhaps this is the beginning of a sacred discovery of my own lineage.
For sure. Us famous descendants gotta stick together, you know?
Of course. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. And that's where I'm gonna cap that off.
Yeah. Because we can't actually start reading it. And I'm gonna leave that there. Alright, I think it's CC Callisto this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta, like, shake my head and get myself into Callisto mode now.
Oh boy, I got to do a voice.
Into Kasiko mode now.
Callisto... what?
Cece's just like stretching, sort of like half was paying attention to what the pretty lady was saying, more so admiring how cool the pretty lady was when she was walking on the lava.
Callisto's just in awe of the spirit temple, just, like, gawking at it. It's so big, I hope we don't get lost.
Kinda too big, if you ask me.
Must have a lot of books and ancient relics in there.
I'll take books and ancient relics over a lot of people.
So is, like, over here the door?
Yeah.
There, the door? Okay. Callisto's gonna approaching the door.
You can just walk in and travel through.
Oh, okay, it's just open.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think they'll know something about Matsuku?
Oh, they might. I imagine that most, intelligent scholars of, religion and phenomenon, reside here, I would imagine.
I mean, that's the hope, certainly. I'm not really a religion-y person. You saw me at Halman.
If you don't want to come in, I can go in by myself.
Oh no, you're interested in this and I want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Last time to spend time with each other was because, you were about to be hung and were hung and then the gallows were on fire. It wasn't a good time.
Yeah, this is much more pleasant and relaxing.
Yeah, even though I don't personally care about this, you care about this, and that makes it important.
Well, I appreciate that.
Give and take, And then you can make it up to me later. We'll wrestle or something.
You would win for sure.
I'll take it easy on you. We can tie an armor on my back.
We'll see.
Entering into this larger area over here, this seems to be sort of a training grounds. There are a number of paladins who are training in here. There's also a small... I wouldn't call it a cafeteria because it's attached to the training grounds, but it's an area to eat. And then following back through, you can see what looks to be some sort of library in the distance.
He smirks at Callisto like, I could take on all of them.
I wouldn't risk it, though.
I mean, not all at once. Unless I was really trying. She kind of follows to the library.
I don't think this is the place for it, personally, but...
I'm not picking fights, I'm just very strong.
I believe you.
I mean, you're strong, too, Mr. I create literal suns and throw them at people.
It's whatever,
It's not whatever! It's really fucking cool!
Ganymede is much more honed in that skill than I am.
Ganymede schmanymede, you're awesome!
Stop.
But you're you!
Well, I guess.
Once you've entered into this library, I'm gonna move you to the center
Yeah.
of it. You notice there's a large pillar standing in the center. And then down each one of these little corridors is where they keep a different statue. You see that 2 of the statues seem to be crumbled. The marble is old, worn away, and in piles, but they keep it there for posterity's sake. The uppermost section, that statue is still intact, depicting a winged hero. You recognize this hero from Yvonne. This is Albrim. This is the statue of Albrim.
Yes.
Albrim again.
That one looks familiar. Remember back in Yvonne, Cece?
My memory is admittedly failing me in and out of character. Do you taste copper?
I don't taste copper, yet it's good to see you again.
Again?
Again?
You look up and you see sitting on top of the central pillar, who you didn't notice when you walked in, but meditating, sitting there, is a priest.
Hello.
Hello. You
Hello
don't
there.
recognize me. That's fair. You're not supposed to. I'm Alaman. It's nice to remake your acquaintance.
Where have you seen us before?
That doesn't matter for you, just for me.
I think it matters to me. That's kind of creepy.
All you need to know is that I am the High Priest.
Maybe it's a magical Polizan power or something.
That's what I'm hoping.
Either way, it's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, even if you've already seemed to have met ours.
If you know who we are, then what are our names?
Oh, I don't know your names. I just know your faces.
Interesting. Callisto's still gonna hold a hand out. My name is Callisto. This is my friend Cece.
Alderman is gonna jump down and float a little bit
Yeah, like,
the moment that they would touch the ground. Just gives you a nice little shake. And does the little as above, so below.
Yep.
Cece holds her hand out, sort
Little
of one hand in her pocket.
Little shake as above, so below. Hand signal symbols.
She mimics it kind of sloppily, not trying to be disrespectful, just not knowing it.
and Callisto kind of overdoes it.
What brings you to Kalesi?
Well, actually, our friend, Rasmesis needed to talk to someone here about, and he kind of stops himself, just looking for a book. We just happened to tag along with him, but we kind of went our separate ways.
Might I help you?
We're just
The High
exploring.
Priests are also the head librarians.
Right.
Our budgets are quite small.
Well, we're mostly just exploring, but, and he kind of looks at Cece. We might have a couple of questions.
Yeah, this is about, like, spirit and space stuff, right?
We have space, shadows, and death. That is what you will find here. But not your death.
Callisto kind of shudders.
Okay, I'm more of the space department, I guess. Would you know anything about, like a werewolf transformation at night, except you don't turn into a werewolf, you turn into a weird space creature?
Alderman kind of just stands blinking at you. I've had a report of a jackal, yet none of a space being. Is this something that you can control?
Not really, no. I mean, I know if I fall asleep early or if I get hit by something, I'll turn into them. But they're like a whole other person, and they can float. Callisto says they shoot lasers sometimes.
Sometimes they're actually quite powerful, but they only seem to come out at night or during dire situations.
This is not something I'm aware of. However, if you compile reports, I can categorize them and put them in the library, and we can study them more.
Well, it's also something that just started happening recently, right?
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of information. For us, at least.
Well, that is the nature of research, isn't it? A lot of work with little information until much later when somebody else pieces it together.
Just really hoping to get something now. It's something I wish I could control.
I've given you a gift in the past. I don't have another one for you right now.
Did you give me?
Well, there is the birthmark, correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could... She, like...
I guess it's the
Sure,
only...
sure.
I guess it's the only piece of physical evidence that we have about it, other than...
You could beat me up until she comes out.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to do that, not here, at least.
Oh, I could go fight one of the paladins! Cece saying this, like, as she's pulling her shirt down to reveal the glowing crescent moon mark.
This looks like a piece of... Got a wide... On camera, making me forget the name of my own shit that I wrote 5 years ago and I burned into my memory. Kanzi, okay. This looks similar to the mark of Kanzi, yet This does not usually cause one to become a space monster, as you would describe. Also, thank you for the resubscription, Sarah Celine Alexis.
Thank you for the resub.
I apologize I haven't been helpful today.
It's
I mean,
okay.
my only question is, would meeting them help?
At this moment, perhaps not. But this won't be our last meeting.
Right.
We'll be aware. We'll be aware. Can't talk today. We'll be aware.
Will we be aware when this happens?
Thank you.
You'll know when the time is about to arrive.
I guess so.
You like a future seer or something like Wood?
I am an agent of the Scythe. I know some paths, some will travel, and your path will lead back.
Right. Well, either way, we appreciate your time, and it seems that you're looking out for us, so it's always good to have someone on our side, I guess. And he kind of nervously laughs a little bit.
See you later, I guess.
We'll definitely come back here at some point, right?
I look forward to your return.
Almond, right?
Alaman.
Almond, thank you.
Almond. That was in character.
I guess in some roundabout way we can keep in touch.
Of course. Just remember your gift, and you'll remember me.
What's the gift?
Callisto, thank you for the gift sub. When they say that, Callisto's eyes kind of widen, and he nods, but doesn't say anything. Right. Thank you. And he smiles.
May Paulzan light your path.
Same to you.
She's like looking between the two of them, like, what do you know that I don't?
I probably should have rolled for that, but that's okay. He would have remembered that.
Yeah.
Okay. Callisto, like, goes to shake his hand again. Thank you. And, he does the, little hand symbol, the as above, so below, which is a, Paulzan religious symbol. He does that again, turns around, walks out.
Do either of the destroyed statues have nameplates on them?
No.
Okay. Then Cece will just follow Callisto and kind of whisper, that guy was kind of crazy, if you ask me.
Perhaps a little strange, but I think they know more than we do, so.
What's the gift thing? You seem to... Your little ears did that thing where they kind of go, peck.
Callisto just, kind of puts a hand on Cece's shoulder. It'll come up at some point. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad, nothing bad. It's just... I don't really know what to make of it yet.
Oh, don't you be cryptic with me, too!
Callisto keeps walking. Callisto keeps walking.
She jokingly, like, leans on him, like, Callisto!
I don't want to talk about it just yet.
Ah. Like, noogies him.
It's just, I don't know. I just...
Oh, God. Hey, you want to see if that cafeteria has anything good before we head to the fire temple?
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything today.
Heck yeah, let's go.
And they go off and they have food together.
Nom.
And now, it's time for our friends down south. South.
Very interesting way of phrasing. Okay, we'll take it.
Howdy there, we're going down south.
Scrungus is probably a bit of ways ahead of just he's trudged his way. He knows where he's going.
I wonder how he knows this place.
We could ask. I
I
don't think he'd answer.
No, he wouldn't.
Scrungus kind of stops in the entryway and just kind of breathes in for a moment. Just lets out like a long groan.
The second your groan is let out, you hear, Scrungapoo!
Here again.
Em covers her mouth when she hears Scrungapoo. Why is wood in
And-
the water?
Torlith is trying not to laugh.
A somewhat stout priest comes over to you and just immediately starts hugging Scrungus. Oh, Scrungapoo! I miss you! Nope. Nope.
He's kind of just like half-heartedly trying to push them back.
Oh, you gotten so big! And you gotten a little aggressive. Didn't Balder teach you better?
Mikas.
So where's my hug?
Just kind of pats her on the shoulder.
That's a much better hug.
Cry.
So was that tall fella who had the little creepy mask? Was that your friend? Are these your friends? You made friends? Would you all like some little candies?
Candy.
Yeah, I got little candies.
I can.
And little honey. They pull out little honey treats.
Honey is basically crystallized sugar made into a syrup, so I should be able to eat this. Thank you.
Oh, you're one of those Cristrons.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to finally meet one of you.
It's very nice to meet you as well. I'm Genevieve Amberstone, but I'm not the best example of a Crystron.
I have been forgetting my manners. My name is Reyna. I'm the High Priestess of the Terran Temples.
I look at Torleth like, are you also gonna introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah, my name's Torleth Sylvan.
And so how do you know little Scrungy Poo?
We recruited, I think recruit, a good word, recruited him,
Mutual friend?
yeah, from a mutual friend of, and he's with us now.
You can see that she's tearing up a little bit and waving her face. Little Scrunky Poo, he's going on a little mission. Just like his
Yeah.
dad's. I knew the day would come when you finally took some responsibility and got out there and started working with the militia and everybody else. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Scrungus kind of just saddles around her and just kind of heads off to a corner. Thanks.
Have fun. If you need anything, you know where to find your little Auntie Reyna. And for you, did you want a little tour?
Sure.
Sounds lovely.
Well, this is our training grounds right here. We also have our statues. You can see that, I have to think about this one for a minute and review it. Okay. There is a familiar statue. One of... Oh my god. The names... I'm dumb today.
It's okay.
I want to know why Wood is in the water.
Wood is not in the
Hanging out.
water. That's you.
Oh.
No, he's in the water for me too.
Not for me.
He's on the dock.
Not for me!
Not for me!
On my screen, Wood's taking a bath.
He's having a grand old time.
Where's my play?
Moist Wood.
Yeah. Tesla.
Should not be
Statue
allowed
of...
to make words.
There are 3 statues in this area. There is a large, we're talking large, crystal statue of a dragon that seems to be wielding a shield mixed with a, 3-pronged boomerang thingy.
Does it look like the words? Does it look like Benoa?
Not exactly like Benoa.
Okay.
This is not Benoa.
Okay. Just making sure.
A 3-pronged glaive. It is a mix between a shield and a 3-pronged glaive. There is a incredibly tall looking Cronin made out of metal. And then Thesla, who you saw at Halman. In Ethereal, who is wielding a staff. This is not the weapon, these are just recreations of the weapons.
Yeah.
But you do recognize that the Cronin is wielding Ferris, which you haven't seen. No, Toraleth you saw. Jem hasn't seen.
Jem's like, oh, that's a cool looking sword. She's more distracted by the crystal dragon.
Interesting.
Well, so you said there were crystal spires around, right? Or columns or something?
Yep. These are the crystal spires. I make them on my free time. I like to do some statue work in my free time. It's a little hobby of mine.
What are they made out of?
Oh, odds and ends. I find lots of little crystals. I meld them together using a little bit of magic, you know. You know how you do, and then I make them grow tall like a little spire. Sometimes they come out looking real nice, sometimes they don't, and I just crush them! Sorry.
Have you ever worked with Warvite?
Not recently, but I did once, and it made me very frustrated.
Oh, I was gonna offer a donation, but if it...
Oh, I'd love to try again.
Okay then.
And she, like, very hesitantly breaks off some of her hair and hands it to her.
She holds out her hands, and it starts to float in their hands for a second, and it condenses down into a small little crystal that is fit for a small ring.
Oh.
Oh. You're a little bit more... not compatible. What's the word? What am I looking for? When something wants to work with you, and it does that... What is it?
Mendable?
Bared from the other side. Malleable?
Malleable, that's not the word. It starts with a C.
Condense?
No, not condense. When something... Compatible. It's like compatible. It's when something wants to work with you.
Cooperative?
Cooperative, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just waves across the short little wall. It's like a little picket fence between all of them.
Baird's waving.
As it's much more cooperative this time.
Is that a typo?
No.
Sorry.
So this is the training grounds. If you ever want to spar, I'm one of the best fighters around here. I taught Balder some tricks, you know.
I don't know who that is, but I don't. I'm not. Uh, I can't take a hit.
Balder is the current wielder of the divine weapon Ferris. He's the guardian of Valdor. Well, guardian is a very specific term that only really he has. You see, the weapons that belong to the law gods, they choose very specific wielders sometimes. And there's this process called awakening them, where if the weapon really lacks you, it'll get bigger and allow you to do cool things. Well, Ferris really lacks Balder, so it chose Balder to be the guardian. Each weapon can only be awakened to that state once. And Balder was lucky enough. Scrungus has got big shoes
Phil.
to fail.
Are all the weapons like that?
Well, not all the weapons, it's just the ones that belong to the law gods. Ferris is one of few weapons we really have track of right now.
Torolith kind of looks a little. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine.
Krungus is very strong. How long have you known him?
Oh gosh, I've known Scrungus since he was a little bitty baby. Balder and
Oh.
Andrew have done a wonderful job raising him. See, he was just a little gremlin when I first met him. He would run around shaking his fist, going, "Rah!" He ate the head off of some rats, though. That was a little bit of a weird thing he used to do. That was a strange habit that I'm glad he's grown out of.
Is he actually Balder and Andrew's kid?
Well, no. Balder found him in the woods a long time ago.
Oh.
He's raised him since then. But I don't know if Scrungus knows that or not.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why he's so crunchy. Is that a nice way to put it?
Angry?
He's a little crunchy.
We all have our issues, and Scrungus got dealt a little bit of a bad hand at the start, but he's had two of the best parents that anyone could have. So I know he's a good kid down below.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
You wouldn't happen to know how to get along with him, would you?
We get along in our own way. He'll warm up to you someday. The secret? He likes food.
I sure
Hmm.
don't.
Although he usually just makes a bunch of mush and eats it. But that's fine. I don't
Mush.
judge. Good.
Does
He makes good mush, though.
Does he like rock candy?
That's a question for Scrungus.
Guess I'll go.
She looks at Torolith.
If I die, tell the enemy she can have all my stuff.
She's gonna start walking up to Scrungus.
Scrungus is just punching the wall right now.
That's like the moment of hesitation. Oh shit.
Just the entire time he's been like punching the ground, slamming into the wall.
Krungus?
As Gem calls out for Scrungus, Scrungus is in the midst of headbutting the wall. And as he removes his head, there's a bit of an impact. A fair bit of I presume it's made of stone, Jer?
Yeah.
A fair bit of the stone wall has cracked in a bit. Scrungus just kind of turns around to face Gem. What?
You like some rock candy?
Whatever.
He breaks a sizable chunk off and holds it out to him.
Scrungus snatches it,
I'm
just kind of shoves it in his mouth.
not gonna apologize for yelling back at you, but I'm gonna apologize for being a bit harsh about it. Consider that a peace offering.
Me used to it at this point.
You shouldn't have to be.
He kind of just shrugs.
People yell at you a lot, huh?
He kind of just side-eyes Gem. And just kind of turns back towards the wall. Just kind of throwing half-hearted punches.
It who me am. Me get used to it. Me fine with it. Me no care anymore.
I won't yell at you again. I know you say you don't care, but deep down, you get used to things, but it doesn't mean that they're okay.
She kind of hugs herself a little bit.
I'll be more patient with you.
Scrungus kind of throws one last punch and just kind of has his whole arm locked to the for the moment.
Me not monster. Me know that much.
Kind of just trudges off for a moment. Starts trudging pretty much directly towards Leth once he turns around.
Hey,
Yeah?
you, yeah.
Yeah.
And she smiles at him warmly.
He rolls his eyes. Just kind of waves her off.
I walk back to the group.
Scrungus directly in front of Torl and kind of jabs a finger into him to get his attention.
Torla jolts. But yeah?
You still owe me a fight.
A fight?
Praxis stopped me last time. Now, me want fight.
Just because I beat Pendrell doesn't mean I'm a good fighter. I'm sure you'd squish me into the ground.
You stronger than Pendrell. Me know that much.
He kind of trudges off to the center.
We...
He takes a little bit to find the right words.
fight together. Me see you fight. Me spar you. No squish.
I guess I can do some sparring then. Yeah, if that's what you want. Of course.
Finally. Haven't hit anything in a while.
Just take it easy on me. These old bones aren't very great.
Em gives Torleth a double thumbs up.
Scrungus cracks his knuckles,
No problem.
and he stops as he kind of just takes a glance over at Torleth and Gem and Reyna was her name, correct?
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Me easy.
Torla smiles.
All right. I don't know if we're going here, but I'm gonna show Lilith anyway. This is Lilith.
Lady.
You.
I think after a while, eventually is the fire temple. I think that's the last area people had lined up.
Yeah.
God, it's 11:30 already.
We can go a bit longer because I don't have to go to school in the morning. So if we want to do a bit of a longer session, we can.
We can bullshit a reason to go to the wind place too.
I know the fire one is essential though.
Yeah.
Nick really wants us to go to the winds.
Nick fan service. Around the time that everybody finishes up with their areas,
Who wins the fight?
obviously Scrungus.
Okay.
Strongest.
Torleth, you okay? You're looking kinda bruised.
I don't
I'll be
know.
fine.
I don't know about Wood, but Baird doesn't want to go to the fire temple. I don't think. So he might stay behind.
Wood's been spending this entire time pretty much jotting down as much as humanly possible on everything he can gather on Taijen.
Then they can stay there for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably for. It would make sense for the two of them to just stay there and just copy everything down together.
Yeah. So they can
You see,
stay there.
it's Torleth a churro.
Yeah.
I nabbed some extras from the cafeteria. This might help you feel better.
Thanks.
It's called a churro.
The food in the Spirit Temple cafeteria is really good.
I guess you could say it's out of this world.
Huh.
She's doing finger guns.
Very funny.
I take it that Raz is still getting his research.
Yeah,
Good for him.
he's still there.
Good for him. But I've been eyeing this lava filled, and he kind of gestures vaguely.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to come here since the start.
Yeah.
Now, how are we feeling on jumping?
This.
I can jump still. If Strongest didn't knock out my legs. Ah,
Torleth
no, he
got
didn't.
jumps.
I could probably
Okay,
carry
James.
one of you.
I got jumps.
I got boxes full of jumps.
It looks like Callisto and like flexes like you need a lift.
No, I think I got it.
You're lost.
Out of character. If this is Dex, Callisto is a 19 Dex, so... Would we roll for this?
Yeah, I'll make you roll once just to see.
Is it acrobatics?
Yeah,
Acrobatics.
Nice.
if you make fools of yourselves.
Cece's gonna follow just because she wants to experience lava jumping. I don't think she's gonna say anything. I think she just wants to jump on lava.
I got a 26.
Jesus Christ.
That's a 19 plus 7.
I only got an 11?
I got a 12 on the dice, but that's Gem's sheet. 12 plus 4. Oh, I'm proficient. Our proficiency bonus is a +3 now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
12 plus 7 is
You do
18?
fine. You jump
Yeah.
fine. Toroleth, you do amazing. And then, Callisto, you make a bit of a fool of yourself. And you almost fall in 1 second, and then you see Simica standing there laughing at you and kind of just cause a little rock to pop up and catch you.
Oh, thank you. Not quite used to this yet.
Oh, it takes quite a while to get used to it. You're doing a very good job, though. Mostly.
Thank you, considering I've barely seen the world. He kind of stumbles his way over.
Pardon me, Simica.
Excuse me, madame.
Once you get to the central building over here, the central temple, going inside of this, you see this one travels down below. This one isn't shaking like the other ones kind of do. This seems to be a big pillar that goes beneath. You guess that people live in this one. It's their library, armory, you know the works like the other ones. Inside of this one, we see the statues once more. In this temple, we see a Pteridron holding a lyre. A collapsed statue. And another one who seems to be some sort of bull terrier but is crumbled quite a bit.
Toroleth goes up to the Taraja one and kind of apprehensive like, hello, Volcani Koiska. Kind of doesn't say any more than that.
You should do the pose.
I'm not gonna do the pose.
You look so cool!
I'm not gonna mimic my patron saint.
It's not mimicking, it's admiring.
Toroleth shakily does the pose.
Oh, that looks cool. That looks like a hero to me.
Heh.
Funny, the resemblance.
The resemblance?
I can tell you're all not here on coincidence, but I won't pry too much in your business.
Callisto is eyeing the Covenant-looking one, with very quizzical eyes. Simica?
Yes?
Do you know who this one is?
This is Jupiter.
Jupiter.
The other statue was of Castius. It's long fallen into ruin. Jupiter has been on the way out. We made vows that if they begin to crumble, we are not to repair them. We are to let time take its ebbing. Just as time will bring their recovery and their return.
Can I roll investigation on the Jupiter statue?
Yep.
Yes. Yes! That's a nat 1!
Nope.
Can I do perception then, just to see, like, if I notice any details about it? Okay.
Did we see this character's art? Whose character's art?
Simica? Yes.
Yes, I can bring Simica back.
Show it again, because Simica pretty.
That's a 16 on perception. And this is more what it looks like.
These statues are wrought in obsidian as well. Yeah. You see
In the suns.
You see small sun-like birthmarks around Jupiter, with a swirling on the back, and then you see scars that, when you look down, look similar to top surgery scars.
Callisto smiles at that, kind of puts a hand over his chest, kind of looks over at Torleth and kind of gives like a, hey! Like us! kind of look. And then looks back up at Jupiter. Do you happen to know a last name? The resemblance is kind of uncanny.
Unfortunately, some of the first names, some of the last names for each have been lost to time.
Right.
As I said, when it begins to crumble, we let time take its ebbing.
Understandable.
That music is way too epic.
Either way, these are all very interesting.
I'm surprised the one of Vulcan is so upkeep.
Time favors some.
I wonder why.
Night Pop.
Night Pop.
We let time take its EBDB.
You.
I didn't want to say out. That's what ebbing made me think of.
Might I be able to answer any questions for you?
Would you like a churro?
What?
Cece pulls one from her pocket.
All I heard was,
I said, would you like a churro?
oh yes, I'll take one.
Pulls it out of her pocket and hands it to her.
She just starts munching on it.
Fortunately, I think I know as much as anyone in my coterie about Vulcan, as non-Teridrons call her, than I would like to.
You called her patron saint.
Yes. There's only 6 known saints in Teridron, part of their religion. But she's mine.
She
Not
chose a
everyone has
nice
patron.
one.
Mine doesn't get chosen. It's more destined than anything.
Well, sometimes we find that destinies are choices we make.
Mhm.
Veiled behind a mystical saying. Or it's all chosen for us. I don't know. I just walk on lava.
You're quite skilled at it as well.
Thank you.
You'll have to teach Thorleth and I how to do that.
I'm sure you'll learn it eventually. And then get better than me at it.
Well, we really appreciate you showing us around, but I think we've seen what we need to see, right?
Yeah.
You okay, Torleth?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Churro to Torleth. And I wave it around a little.
I've had one churro too many.
Maybe Strongest will want one.
I slowly put the churro back in my pocket, not breaking eye contact.
Pocket churro.
Pocket churro.
Real quick, Simica, you guys wouldn't happen to have any, books that might have some of these, people from the statues in them, would you?
Unfortunately, we aren't the best temple for keeping books.
Right, right.
We lost a lot of our older books by having them too close to the walls and get too hot.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
They set on fire or did they just burn?
Sometimes they set on fire.
That's okay. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe somewhere there's something, right?
Cece touches the wall, curious to see how hot it is.
Very.
Ah. Okay, I learned my lesson very quickly.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Well, we really appreciate you showing us around, but we should probably find Raz. He's been lost for quite a bit now.
I don't think he's very lost.
Well, lost from our side at least.
Lost in his own world.
I feel like out of all of us, Raz was the one least likely to get themselves into trouble.
Oh no, but we should probably just at least know where he is.
Go with the light.
Go with the light. Bonk. Bonk. Callisto makes his way out, still a little wobbly, but trying.
He doesn't flip to be extra.
Oh, of course.
Then you check in the last temple.
Who's going?
Okay, I'll go. Jem will go. Jem's gonna be like, ooh, plant. Because Jem likes animals and plants, and there's birds over here, so I think she's just like, ooh, plant. She's gonna go fuck with Scruggus if he's not going. So I'll get her out of the scene.
That fish up there.
Is that... Do I now see the flying fish?
Yep.
Never seen
She's
anything like that.
Jem's like bouncing up and down, like her eyes are sparkling, like, look at all the animals! I've never seen a fish that could fly before! It's incredible!
As you
Yeah,
approach, this is a large log cabin with a big, windmill on top of it. You see sitting towards the center of one of the arms, just above where it turns, there is one of the priests just sitting on there, whistling away, staring at the birds, and when the windmill goes upside down, so does she. Just always staying on it, never not making contact with the windmill. Hi!
Oh, hello there! I love your birds!
Oh, wait,
And
thanks.
not birds!
Yes. Are you not familiar with the fish?
No.
Yeah, most people aren't. They're a little bit weird.
I love them.
They're something that we've worked to collect. Collect's a bit of a weird word. Well, we raised them. That's a bit of a better word. We caught them and then we raised them.
Are they endangered or something?
You know, I'm not really sure if they are. It's a very good question. I mean, they're not in danger here, but they might be in danger somewhere else. That wasn't your question, was it?
No, it wasn't, but that's fine. They're marvelous, really.
The weird thing is, they're still somehow wet.
Oh.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird sensation. I don't really like it.
Is there a way to call one over? I noticed you whistling. Did they respond to that?
And you can see that, like, 5 of them start moving in like a V formation around the windmill and float over to you.
She very gently holds her hand out.
Just lays in your hand, imagine how a fish laying in your hand would feel.
I would just like that. Jem is enamored, and she gently starts like petting it and like, you know, sort of feeling the scales on the belly. Just very, very gentle. She's in her element.
Does this have any special name, or?
You're not gonna find this one very fun, but I just call them flying fish.
That's valid.
I haven't come up with a better name yet. I've been workshopping it for a little bit. We haven't had them very long. I kind of found them, and we've been raising them since then. That's why there's only 5 of them.
Right.
Do you have a name? I know it's a lot to ask on the spot, but I mean, you brought it up, so I thought I just my apologies. I'm sorry.
What about Freefall?
Those are good names. We'll call them free falls.
One fall.
One fall.
Free fall.
Free fall.
Free for all?
Would we call them free fall fish or free fall birds?
Well, I more meant as an address name.
Oh. I see what you're talking about.
Like a personal name,
Like a
not a species name.
Okay, so you call that one free fall, the one in your hand, call that free fall? 1 fall, 2 fall, red fall, blue fall?
What color is it? Out of character, what color is it?
They look, real world right now, they look kind of like...
Please be a salmon.
Sure.
Salmon!
Salmon with the flying fish fins.
What? Like wings?
Colors.
Wait, do you not know about real flying fish?
Oh, wait!
Yeah, okay.
I didn't know what
Are
you
they
meant.
are they salmon colored or are they like rainbow?
They are salmon.
They,
They are salmons. They look like salmons.
are they green salmon or are they pink salmon, like ready to mate salmon when they get all funky?
You're reading too deep. The book isn't
I-
that long.
I would like to make a joke about this. I need to know if they're green or not.
No.
Okay,
You get no answer.
fine. I won't make the joke.
No carnival, no games.
Oh, carp.
She kind of lets it flutter off after petting it for a bit.
You see that in the front of this temple, there is a very similar statue to the, Crystal Dragon one down in the Earth Temple. Like, eerily similar.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one from the Earth Temple?
This is a different one. At least that's what we say. There's a bit of a debate. You know, historians, they like to debate about a lot of different things.
Oh, of course.
But no, we don't know. And then there's also a pretty tall Kralin with only one arm and wielding some sort of crossbow. And then the other is broken.
Excuse me.
Broken? Is it broken? It's broken!
It's broken.
The other statue's broken!
You wouldn't happen to know anything about crystal dragons, would you?
Me? No, I don't know anything about crystal dragons. I know about the cobalt, the metallic, and the chromatic dragons, but crystal ones not so much.
What kind of dragon is that one?
Cobalt. I know you can't tell because it's made of wood, but it's supposed to be blue.
That makes sense. So the one over there was crystal and this one's cobalt.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that champion's Soaring Wind.
A soaring wind, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Praxis!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Praxis is their current heir.
We know Praxis. We know Praxis very well, actually.
Oh, that's such a coincidence.
Yeah.
What is it?
Huh?
What?
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 What did you say?
Nothing.
Well, Praxis didn't come with us, but, we should absolutely tell her about it when we get back.
Oh, I'm sure she'll love it, or she already knows. Who knows?
This is probably her ancestor or something.
Oh, without a doubt, if she's a Soaring Wind, that's a very tight bloodline.
I see. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to Praxis much, but I'm sure she'd like to hear about this.
I'm sure she's heard all about it from her moms.
Right.
Pretty good friends with her moms. Though I never actually got to meet Praxis because Praxis was taken away on a boat at 10 years old.
Right, and Callisto, you can tell he gets a little like, oh, yeah, with this. Oh, yeah, that happened.
And Lilith looks kind of skeptical at everybody.
Callisto, like, forces, like, a smile, like, very much, like, gritted teeth, like, pulling his lips back, like,
I'm glad to hear she's okay now.
He shakes his head. Yeah, Praxis is awesome.
I would say everyone's okay, comfortably.
Well, it might be fair of you to let her know that one of her mothers is getting a little sick. That she might want to, if she can, visit at some point.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It doesn't seem to be too drastic now, but it would be nice. I'm sure.
What kind of sick?
That's not for me to discuss.
Right, sorry. I don't mean to pry. Just, we will let Praxis know. Thank you for letting us know.
Of course. Thanks for visiting.
Of course, and it was great to meet Freefall here.
It was great to meet all of them. Your skill is impressive.
And then they fly back and do a V formation around the windmill until each one of them is flying around at the tip of one of the windmill's arms.
Nice. Well, we probably shouldn't overstay our welcome. We have friends wandering about that we should find. Thank you.
Eventually, once everybody has packed it in, you find Raz standing in front of the pool. Excuse me.
There you are, Rasmesis. What'd you find? I see you're pausing so you can pull up music.
I believe that I've found the location of my destined divine weapon.
You might want to
Balethorn.
wait a hot second. We're missing people.
Oh,
They'll be here in one moment.
they don't give a damn.
They are
No.
already here in some essence.
Hold up, bitch.
I've located my divine weapon, Failthorn. Using the journals of my family and from the books and from the testaments, I've discovered that Failthorn should be located within the forest of Highmount, up in Feldrift.
Right.
We must make a pilgrimage there, and I am to prove my worth to the trees. At that point, I will be gifted with Failthorn. And with that, we'll be able to find the rest of the weapons. And plans will be able to commence neatly.
How do you make friends with trees?
The forest of Highmount is ancient, touched by the veil,
Veil.
the bright veil. It's where Ethrals and veil creatures first originated from. They traveled there. Highmount is home to the world's veil. It is a connector It is not a mountain in and of itself, but on the other side of their portal is a grand mountain that they called High Mount. And so, once they came over, they named it such, so they would always know home.
Interesting.
Yeah, Thrill's are really good about that kind of stuff. And I
And-
twitches her ear.
And Failthorn is there. How does it connect to the others?
Failthorn was one of the first ones gifted when the gods began giving them in the Second Grand Demon War. It stands to reason that by using Failthorn, I might be able to have Anali tap into its divine signature to track the rest of them.
Of course. And
You go.
And all of us are supposed to be destined a weapon as well?
Yes. Have you not seen the statues? Some say they talk about the past. I believe they're meant to resemble the future. Meant to resemble destiny. Resemble us. Though not all perfect.
They were kind of eerie, I will say.
I think a good chunk of them are kind of broken, though.
But the ones that stood.
The dragons were cool. I meant to say that as Gem. Cece didn't see any dragons.
So our next destination is an entirely different continent then.
That is correct.
Aw, hell yeah, road trip! I mean, not road trip, ocean trip!
We're to pack our bags and prepare to take leave. For Feldrift.
Feldrift! I haven't
can't
even-
say-
I haven't even seen all of Ickerfall yet, and we're already going somewhere different.
I can't say I'm excited to be on a boat for so long, but it can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, you can play Scrabble with me, it'll be fun! I can't read.
Haha.
And
Uh,
No, that was just a noise she made in response to Bear going, I can't read.
and with this, we begin the hunt for rebirth.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming today's session of DoGsCast. I hope that you enjoyed it. Does anybody else have anything they would like to say?
Stan Baird.
gay homosexual gay.
Yes. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session. We're back from our hiatus and we're gonna be playing every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to Feldrift, a completely different continent. Whoa! I'm excited.
Any questions before we go?
Yep, we'll take a couple of questions if people have any before we go. But thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for stopping in. The support lately has been awesome, and we really appreciate you guys. Like we said, we will have a scripted video recap of the first 29 episodes, which is our introductory phase. Next week should be done by then.
Hamburger.
Why is Whisper literally the best? Because he's based on my boy, my little boy. Rest in peace. But we love him, and I wanted to keep him alive in this. But that's all for today. We will be back again next week with our recap and our characters and Rasmesis, my beloved.
Socks?
Scrungus.
Socks. Mort my socks.
Good
We are
night.
going to be raiding Kami Anya. Go say hello, like, follow.
Yes, Kami is a wonderful LGBT variety streamer. You should absolutely go support them. And we're gonna raid them now. Thank you guys so much. If you want to talk to us in our Discord, we will be around. But for now, we must say goodnight. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.